on a Sunday. I think it's coming up to about, I don't know, 7, 7:15. Got the dogs, Rosie and AJ. And yes, she's got a little jacket on. But look at this beautiful, beautiful day. And today's conversation, look at this tree before we even start. It's just like, look how lovely that is. I don't know if I can get closer to get a beautiful shot. It's lovely. And hang on, there you go. And today is about your thoughts and how mixed up your thoughts can be. It's a bit like that pizza box. Somebody's left that behind because they didn't want that thought in their head anymore, so they didn't want it with them, so they left it behind. She's all good. And how lovely is today. Just showing you this beautiful, beautiful day. The sun's trying to come out. And yeah, so the sun's trying to come out. It's lovely, it's misty, mystified, it's beautiful. Do you ever have one of those days, or one of those weeks, or one of those months, or even one of those years? Oh, let's go, there's another dog coming. One of those years where your thought pattern in your head is just like everywhere and you just can't make a decision. One of your thoughts is giving you anxiety, one of your thoughts is giving you fear, one of your thoughts is giving you bliss, and one of your thoughts is giving you self-sabotage. But they're all different thoughts, all mixed up in your head, and you're feeling quite overwhelmed. Come on, dogs. And you're feeling like you are just not one with yourself because your mind is playing complete tricks on you. Do you ever get one of those days where your thoughts is all over the place? But do you think, well, you know that you can control your thoughts and you can allow different thoughts to come in and different thoughts not to come in. And also, before you even get them thoughts, they're waiting. You've got two thoughts at one time in your head. Because your thoughts, what you come in, are already there before you think them. How mind-blowing is that? But they're there waiting. And it depends on your energy of what thought comes in. That's just mind-blowing. So you've got two thoughts in your head, a negative one and a positive one, and it's depending on your energy and how you feel is what thought that comes into your head. What? That's just brilliant. So you're on a low energy, you can have the negative one come in, and that negative one will lead into another negative one, and that's when it all gets mixed up into your mind. That is just like, and if it's a positive one, you get all the positive thoughts coming into your head. That first one, you allow it to come in, and you're like, yes, how great is that? But if you get them both in your head, and you're not sure where your energy is, or your body don't know where your energy is, or your subconscious mind don't know what your energy is, and you get positive ones and negative ones, it's just like, it's all completely mixed up. I mean, you get the negative mix-up ones and you get the positive mix-up ones. But together, your mind will be all over the place. Do you want that still? Because this body don't. That, knowing that you've got two thoughts coming in at one time is just like, oh my word. It's life-changing. But if you want to know how you can get rid of it, you need to stay on my group. I have a Facebook group, and I will put the link in one's bio. Just want to show you this little flower patch. You've got all the beautiful flowers. Lovely. Just like your garden when you've got your weeds and your your flowers or your vegetables, what you're trying to grow. It's up to you how you want to nurture it. Do you know what I mean? If you want to have a lovely garden, you get rid of all the weeds. And it's just like your thoughts. You want to get rid of your negative thoughts, you take them out. If you want to keep your garden nice and beautiful, you take the weeds out and keep your positive thoughts in. Your positive thoughts in. That's it. That's all we really need to say, is that you are not your faults. 100%. Your faults ain't who you are. And you're probably thinking, how does she know? Oh, come on a journey and you'll know everything about yourself. It's just mind-blowing. The younger you are, the more power that you'll have, even though my age doesn't really matter, because you're not your age either. You're not your faults, you're not your age, you're not your mind, you're not your body. So you could be the beautiful girl in the world, but you know, might not be a very nice person, which is a thought process. You could be one of the not so good looking people, and you're the most beautiful person in the world. It doesn't matter what you look like. That's your thought process. That's it. It's all to do with your thought process. Do you want to keep your mixed up thoughts, or do you want to get rid of them? So I will give you my link to my Facebook, and this could also go on my Facebook page, which is the group, which, yeah, let's do that, because it's just lovely. And with that, if you don't love yourself today, remember that I love you and you're worth all the love and prosperity in this world.